going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today is Monday, September 28th. And yeah, it's the start of our heavy-ish type week, our most heavy week of this block. So, I mean, nothing too crazy, but you guys did see for our pause squats today, we had to widen our stance just because I've been feeling some hip discomfort with the narrower stance. And I know that's kind of contrary to belief, but normally how you'd widen your stance, your hips would ache more. But I guess just for myself in particular, it's just using different muscles. My hip muscles were getting overworked in the narrow stance that I normally squat in. So of course, widening the stance using different muscles is kind of alleviating that pain. Now, whether or not I stick with this new stance, that's still completely up in the air. Because I mean, we do have our heavy single the next time we squat. So, I mean, although strength felt the same, I haven't used a wide stance in probably well over a year. Before I have squatted pretty wide at what I did today, or maybe even slightly wider for a few months. And I just really felt like I had no progress. That was pretty much when squats pretty much took a halt for about the good half of a year or two. But yeah, we have been seeing progress with this closer stance, but hips just been getting kind of achy. So who knows, maybe we might switch our stance and our squat will continue to rise, or as soon as we switch our stance, squats are going to go to shit and we might have to go back. So, I mean, that's the thing about lifting, powerlifting, guys. You guys always have to pretty much go with what's working, but have a general plan that you want to follow. And yeah, so that's it for bench, or that's it for squats. Moving on to today's bench. It was a tempo bench at RPE 8. We ended up working up to 115 kilos, which is roughly 253, 254 pounds. And it moved, I mean, not the fastest, just because of the shoulder discomfort that I had. But the shoulder is slowly getting better as I'm looking over the trends week to week. So we're only able to work up to that top set, and I called it there just because if I had continued on, the shoulder discomfort would have got pretty much out of the range that I felt like was manageable for today, especially with the goal being for earlier in this week, which is today and tomorrow, to try to get some rest and recovery for the heavier lifts later on in the week. And as far as the heavier lift for bench, like pretty much squats, it's up in the air about what I'm gonna do. We might end up, I still want to hit a heavy-ish single because I know that I can do singles with full control, no problem. It's the volume work that kind of aggravates it more than the singles. But as long as I have somebody lift me off and then pull me back into the rack, that has helped me significantly from kind of re-aggravating the shoulder injury day to day while still being able to bench. So yeah, just I wanted to share one other exercise that I kind of added to, since these last couple videos I've been talking about my shoulder to kind of rehab with my shoulder. They are called shoulder taps from the plank position. So I feel like these are really kind of getting the muscles in the posterior side, the stabilizer muscles, fired up, while allowing me to kind of train my core at the same time, because the ab roller it's kind of irritating it just because of that loaded shoulder flexion that I'm having to do. So yeah, shoulder taps are the exercise. Yeah, so basically it's the exercise where you're in a plank position, and then I can even tell if I'm not controlled getting into this position, I can already feel some shoulder aching. So every movement that I have to move my shoulder in, I pretty much have to do it nice and controlled right now. But yeah, so you're in the plank position right here, stabilizing yourself, and coming up, tapping. Now everything has to be slow and controlled, especially for myself in this movement. Once I start getting off from being uncontrolled basically, that's when I start to feel the shoulder aches. But yeah, I've been doing this for sets of time. Started off with 30 seconds today, and looking to increase it as the shoulder feels better. And so yeah, that's everything for today's video, everything I wanted to get across. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special, just figuring out ways to work around my injuries. I guess that's what today's episode is going to be based off of, that hip and then the shoulder that I'm still continuing to nurse. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Stay tuned to see how the shoulder recovery and hip achiness is feeling. Put in that work, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.